How we going, guys? Welcome to live Hoggs vlog, and we've got gamer Aradia on board. Thank you much for joining me. Yesh Panday, good to see you here. Sunuk Mana, how are you? Lashay, bounce 343. How you going? Anyway, let's have a quick discussion. We've got the big game tonight. Delhi Capitals up against the Mumbai Indians. Are the Delhi Capitals a real deal? Because they've got to take on the best and CSK. Can they find a way to get in the top four as well? There's a few issues that I've got to discuss about them, and then we'll get in the questions. So roll bumper. Let's not hang around too long. I just had to fix the hair there as we went, but let's get right into it. The deal with the Mancat. Last night, we saw Raman bowl a ball, and it was a no ball, but when they went to the third umpire, we saw something else, and I've been drilling it all last year, the year before with Ravi Ashwin. It's the Mancat. Come on, bowlers. You should be able to run the batsman out if they are trying to sneak the easy runs and steal a base like in baseball. So let's just have a quick look at the photo last night. Now, where is the batsman? Bravo. What are you thinking? The bowler is not even close to letting go of the ball. So he's probably going to creep another metre at least there before Rahman lets go of that ball. So for me, we've got to start thinking about running batsmen out. Now, this is T20 cricket. Those inches are crucial at the back of end of the game for those extra runs, especially when you've got the big hitters out the other end as well that need to get on strike. So something has to be done about it. You either get out of the sportsmanlike issue of not doing it because it's unsportsmanlike, or you start penalising the batsman. For me, it's not, well, it is sportsmanlike if you run the batsman out with the Mancad. So I agree with Harsha Bogler. I saw that on the commentary last night. We've got to put a stamp out. Teams have to start planning of man-catting certain players who continue to do this rubbish because it's not on. Bowlers are getting crucified on these flat pitches. Well, not so much this IPL, but many IPLs around the world, many T20 tournaments, and we don't need batsmen cheating and taking advantage of our sportsmanlike abilities. Okay, waffled on a little bit there. Let's go on to the next point. Jadeja versus Josh Buttler. This is what I enjoyed last night, the battle between these two. Now, as a spinner, I don't like batsmen reverse sweeping, and I don't mind them reverse sweeping without changing their feet, but changing their feet, getting in a more powerful position to hit on the offside annoys me. Changing hands annoys me. But the more I look at it and the way that Jadeja bowled to Buttler and rectified the situation last night tells me, well, I should have toughened up as a bowler and worked out how the batsmen do it and read the play. So let's just have a look at Ravi Jadeja against Buttler. Now, this is Buttler on the first attempt of the reverse sweep. Look how he gets in that position. He's already telegraphed what he's actually doing. So the bowler's got enough time to readjust what he's got to do. We'll go to the next slide and we'll look at the three balls that Buttler tried to reverse sweep Jadeja. The first one on the left of screen, you can see it's full outside off stump, an easy option for Buttler to play that on the offside. He's reverse sweep that behind point, so that's gone between point and 45. That's just because of the width. The next delivery in the middle, he's adjusted by trying to land the ball on leg stump and get Buttler to pull the ball from outside leg stump. Remember, when a batsman does turn around and play the reverse sweep, there's you can bowl the ball as wide as you want on either side of the batsman, as long as it's within those tram lines and you're not going to be caught wide. So he adjusted well there, Jadeja, but it wasn't effective. Buttler hit him for 4 there. But then the next one, the third one, Buttler was bamboozled here. Jadeja's changed his game plan. He bowled it slightly shorter and Buttler wasn't able to control it. After that, Buttler changed the way he played. So come back to me, please, Shubs, the man behind the screen. That's spinners. That's the way you've got to start preparing for these types of situations. The batsman has telegraphed that he's playing a reverse sweep by having to turn his body around before the ball's been delivered. So you've got plenty of time to make that adjustment. So before you go into a game, if you're coming up against someone who's reverse sweeping, what ball are you going to bowl when he makes that initial movement to play the reverse sweep, and back yourself to adjust that? So, yes, you look to bowl line and length, but when the batsman does that, that's your go-to ball straight away, and you've got to practice that in the net. So well done to Jadeja. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a lesson there. Okay, let's go to the next issues. I just want to go through CSK and Rajasthan Royals. Rajasthan Royals, for me, have got quality left-arm bowlers. Sakrakia, that's the name. Sakaria, should I say. I've been really impressed with him, a young talent coming through. Love his variation. And for young people out there who aren't tall, aren't quick, look at the way this guy goes. He's able to swing the ball both ways, but bowl with a lot of variety. Now, he's a strength of Rajasthan Royals, but in the and their left-arm bowling attack is a strength. But their batting lineup, they rely too heavily on Joss Buttler without Ben Stokes there. Miller's got to be a little bit more consistent, and they might have to think about getting Livingston in here. Other batsmen have to stand up. You can't rely on Buttler. So that's the big weakness for Rajasthan Royals. And CSK, Chahar, with his opening bowling, if the ball's not swinging, he doesn't have too many options. That is a big worry for the Chennai Super Kings. But also in their batting department, MS Dhoni, when he comes out and bats against spin, I know I am going to get crucified by CSK and Dhoni fans here, but he's coming of age and he can't afford to take his time against spin in those middle overs. The game of T20 cricket has changed. Opposition teams, when you come up against the likes of Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians, RCB, are aggressive through those middle periods. Now, if you're going to have MS Dhoni coming out and being slow in that period, that could cost CSK the big moments in those big games moving forward. Sorry about that, MS Dhoni. You've been an absolute sensation through your career, and as we age, things will creep up if we don't move along with the times as well. And I'm not taking anything away against MS Dhoni. He's a legend in his own right. He should have a statue of his own in his area in India. And he's just been a great ambassador to cricket. But I am analysing the game, and I've got to say what I see. And when we can get in the questions, you can get stuck into me. All right, let's quickly go through the teams before we get into the questions tonight. Predicted at 11 tonight of Delhi. I think Steve Smith's going to stay in if we can get that up to help me out. Yes, we've got Darwin, Shaw, Smith, Pant, Stoinis, Yadav, Wokes, Ashwin, Rabada, Mishra, Nortke. Now, I've got Mishra coming in for Avesh. I think Avesh has been bowling absolutely sensational, and I've been very tough on him to remove him from Mishra. But remember, we're playing at Chennai tonight, and it's going to favour the spinners a little bit more. And the reason why I've got Nortke in there, because Nortke and Rabada in the power play as well as in the back end are absolutely crucial for Delhi Capital's success in this particular tournament. And I think they've got to get Nortke in there as quick as possible. When they move from Chennai, Avesh will be back in that lineup. So I've kept Steve Smith in there as well. I had him out at the start, but then I realised that I could slip him back in there because they only played 3 overseas players last time. Okay, let's go to the next team. Who have we got tonight? It's the Mumbai Indians. There's no change to the Mumbai Indians. All right, the matchups that I'm looking forward to tonight, if we look at that Mumbai Indians team, is Chahar and Krunal Pandya up against Darwin and Pant. If Darwin and Pant are batting when Rohit Sharma has to go to these particular bowlers in this game, that could be the game changer. That could be the moment where Delhi Capitals get on top of Mumbai Indians and eventually win a game because they didn't win one against them last IPL. They need to get this juggernaut of the Mumbai Indians out of the back of their mind, and they've got to get a little bit of confidence against them. Otherwise, they're not going to win the flag. For me, That's what I think, where the game's going to change tonight, or where the main matchup is. So let's get straight into the questions, Shubs, okay? We did that just under 10 minutes, okay? The first question is up. Oh, no, we've just gone to the 10-minute mark. Sorry, everyone. Come on, Shubs. Yeah, the Fat Huntsman. How are you going? CSK have been considered the dark horse this year, Hoggy. Oh, yeah, CSK now a strong team, and any changes after week 2 of IPL, your playoff standard. Thanks a lot, Hoggy. CSK, look, I know that you're a big fan of CSK, but I am not confident with them going forward at the moment. I think the other issue that they've got is out the top of the order. I think they've got to go with Uthapar in the top of the order to open with Faf du Plessis. Young Garkaward, I think opposition teams have found his weakness. He hasn't really adapted from last year, so they've got that experience in the sheds. If they're going to go any further, they need strength out that top order. They bat too long, and I think they need other bowling options. So I think they've got to get Ngidi in there instead of Bravo at some stage, just for that extra pace. I don't want Bravo to be out of the team, but I just think if you're relying on your number 9 to make runs in this IPL, you're in a lot of trouble. You need frontline bowlers, and you need to get Ngidi in there for a little bit of extra depth. That's for me at this present stage with CSK. But all right, hang on. Before we go to the next question, my standings, I think RCB are up there with Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians, as we are at the moment. And, oh God, it's a very difficult one. Very difficult one. KKR, I'm not really happy with them at the moment. Rajasthan Royals, CSK, Sunrisers Hyderabad, not impressed with them. I think Punjab Kings 11, or Punjab Kings, should I say, or Kings Punjab. I think they'll be in the 4. All right, next question. Okay. Thanks for that, Fat Huntsman. Saket Patel, how you going, mate? Hope all is well with you. Do you think that Joss Buttler is the greatest white ball batsman England had ever produced? Also, thanks for Hoggs Vlogs. Always love your analysis of the games. Thanks very much, Saket. Joss Buttler, greatest white ball batsman of the world. I think the way that he adapts in the batting lineup, he can bat in different positions. We've seen it in the IPL. We've seen it for England as well. I just think that puts him in the top 4 or top 5 of best white ball batsmen I've ever seen. But if you go through the different periods of time, I think Adam Gilchrist, you can't beat him as well. The keeper batsman, I was very impressed with him, and he was probably the best white ball batsman going through my particular era. He changed the game. Joss Buttler, is he changing the game for the better? I think he is, yes. Actually, I'd put him in there as the top 2, top 3 going around at the present moment. That's something I've got to think about. He's definitely the best. Actually, sorry, I read that question wrong. England has ever produced. Come on, George. I got excited with Adam Gilchrist. I wanted to put an Australian in there, a bit cheeky. England has produced, yes, Joss Buttler is the best white ball batsman that England have produced right now, with the way that he's batting right now. Gee whiz, sorry, guys. Sorry, Saket. Went all the way in there to get Adam Gilchrist, the Australian, in there. Hey, all right, get the notifications off next time, Hoggy. I did have them off. All right, who have we got here? Crest from America. How you going, mate? Hope all is well over there. Wherever you are in America, next time you put the question up, can the Americans put which state they're from as well? Because I like to learn a bit about my geography. I finally caught your stream. After that shot, it's clear that Dhoni's IPL is coming to an end. What do you think, or who do you think will be captain in his place? I think they'll go with Raina, actually. You definitely need to go with an Indian. I always like Indian captains in the IPL because they're the legends, they're the locals, and you don't have that language barrier between an overseas captain and a local Indian. So for me, it'll be Suresh Raina to captain after Dhoni gives it away. It's so sad, but look, I am so impressed with Dhoni continuing to play with in the IPL. He could just leave quite easily and finish on top of the world, but or on top of his game. But he's trying to put back in. He's trying to lead that team, and he's trying to pass some knowledge on to that inexperience in their depth of their squad. Not so much the players out in the middle, but the depth in their squad. So it's great that he's hanging around and actually been in the firing line still in IPL, because it's so easy just to walk away and do the commentary. He feels as though he's got plenty of life left in the legs, but let's not write him off yet, because there's still another 10 or 12 games at 10 to 12 games that CSK have got to play in this tournament. So he can still find some form out that back end and turn things around for CSK. Let's not write him off yet, Crest, but the curtains are nearly or about to be drawn on that career, I think. What a wonderful career it has been. All right, next question, please, Shubs. Manute Herbert, how are you going? So I'd say that you're from Manute, you're from Manchester, I would think. Has India produced a more complete cricketer than Jadeja since Kapil Dev? A more complete cricketer, we're talking about all-rounders. I actually think Jadeja is probably better than Kapil Dev. Absolutely love Kapil Dev. He was one of my heroes growing up. Really look forward to him when India came over to Australia and played on our home soil over here. He was just a very courageous player. But for me, Jadeja just offers a little bit more in the field with the ball and with his batting. So for me, probably Jadeja. But then we're going into different decades as well. Jadeja growing back up in that period of time probably would have played a different style of cricket as well. So for me, I think he definitely is the most complete cricketer that India have produced since Kapil Dev. So you're right. You're absolutely correct with that statement and question. Yeah, I love Jadeja. He's one of my favourites. I turn the TV on just to watch him bowl, field, and bat. He's just got something about him, and I always love it when he's on those little milestones and he gets the milestone and he waves his bat around and gets excited. He's an absolute entertainer. Yep, love him. Okay, next question, please, Shubs. Okay, should Sanju Samson bat more responsibly and consistently, considering that he is the captain of the side? This is from Crick Legends. Okay, we're right on Sanju Samson. He's had one good game and then all of a sudden he's just dropped off a little bit, and someone did say that he has a little bit of inconsistency here and there throughout the series. Like, he's batting at number 3. They don't have much depth in their batting. Josh Buttler is the man that's got to go after the bowling, and he can do it quite consistently without any effort. So for me, while Josh Buttler is out the other end, Sanju Samson has to play a little bit more conservatively. If the ball is there to hit for the boundary, you go for the boundary. Other than that, you work the ones, get Buttler on strike. And if Sanju Samson's out the back end of the innings, he can really motor along and play those bigger shots. I think that's one thing that he's got to look at. If it's on a good length, if it's not there, one of his shots, don't make something out of nothing. That's something that Sanju Samson's got to look forward. He's got to lead from the front, bat right through to the end from number 3. Totally agree with you there, Crick Legends. Good little question there. Okay, next question, please, Shubs. Okay, who have we got? Myrtle Sabadi. Never give up. Exactly right. When you get knocked down, you get back up again. Should CSK promote Bravo out number 5 or 6? What do you think? I think if spin's operating at that present stage, I think that MS Dhoni is to drop himself down the order because he's a little bit slow starting against spin, and bring someone like a Bravo up the order to take on those spinners. If it works, comes off, it's good, and you keep that momentum going. If it doesn't, well, then Dhoni can come in and play that conservative role and help CSK get to a reasonable total that their bowlers might be able to defend. I think you've got to utilise your resources to the best of your ability, and I don't think they did that last game. That is a very, very good assessment there, Mradul Sabadi. Thanks very much for that. I'll never give up on pronouncing these names either. Okay, next question, please. Tobin Sanesh. How are you going, Tobin? Would you open with Jaswell or Vora and move Butler to 4 to strengthen that weak middle order? Would you open with Jaswell and Vora? No, I would not. I think you've got to have Butler coming in, opening the batting. I think you need to get the Rajasthan Royals off to a good start. And if Butler bats through the innings or the majority of the innings, well, he's batting through that middle period as well. For me, it's the likes of Miller, Sanju Sampson that are going to stand up. You can't just rely on one player. You can't move that player to try and strengthen your weaknesses, because you're taking away your strength to protect your weaknesses, and you can't do that. You're never going to win a tournament doing that. You've got to find other options in that middle order. So for me, Rajasthan Royals at the present moment are on shaky ground. It's not looking good, and I don't like saying that because they're one of my favourite teams as I've played for them. Thanks very much for that question, Tobin. That was a good one. Okay, next one. Let's get that up. Aaron Karana. How are you going, Aaron Karana? Question 1. Who could be the best possible replacement of Ben Stokes? Okay. I had that in my head the other week. Big, tall, right arm batsman from England. I think, he's been banned. He's eluding me at the moment. He was with Ben Stokes on that particular night. Benny Stokes. Sorry, I'm going to have to get back to you on that one, but I think you know who I'm talking about. It will come to me hopefully by the end of this vlog. Who is it? Come on, the right-hander. He played for the Sydney Thunder this year, George. You've got a bit of a blank. That RR could sign, just like David Conway. Alex Hales, there it is, out the back of the question. There it is. Alex Hales is definitely the man. See, I didn't read that question because you said question 1, and I thought there was a second question to it, so I didn't go right to the end. There we go. See, we all have their blanks, and every now and then I had a blank out in the middle as well. And Indian batsmen like Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Sehwag always took that opportunity when I had a bit of a brain fade and got right on top of me, and I couldn't fight my way back. So Alex Hales will fill in for Ben Stokes for me. I don't think they can afford to go for an all-rounder and try and replace someone of Ben Stokes' ilk. I think they've just got to go for a mainstream player who's competent at one skill, and that is Alex Hales, because they need to strengthen that batting lineup. So that's my answer for Benny Stokes. Next question, please, Shubs. Vezant Narain, how are you going? Or that could be Narain. I'd say Narain. What should DC do to win against Mumbai Indians, and what tactics will you suggest? Look, for me, I think they've got to get Norkie into the 11 because he's so dominant and economical in the power play, but he's also crucial in the back end in those death overs as well. And I think they've got to take a bit of a risk here and drop Avesh and bring in Mishra. That's right. Yes, that's what I've got down here. And just have that extra spinning option. And the crucial moment for me for Delhi Capitals is Darwin and Pant being in the middle when Mumbai Indians bowl their two spinners, Rahul and Cronal, because they're both turning the ball into the left-handed batsman, and they can really take them through that mid-wicket region. And Pant and Darwin are very strong against spin. So that's where Delhi Capitals win over Mumbai Indians tonight for me. So that would be the tactics. Get Norkie in there to open the bowling against the quality top order of the Mumbai Indians. Next question, please, Shubs. Oh, here we go. A little bit of a donation by Chinapa Raju. How are you going? About the Punjab Kings. There we go. Do you think their investment in overseas bowlers are paying off? Jai and Meredith have not delivered at their best. I totally agree with you. I think their investment so far has not paid off. I think Richardson's not getting enough swing. That's his strength. And when the ball's not swinging because he doesn't have that extra height, sometimes that ball comes on a little easier and the batsman can just time the ball at will. But the other thing with Jai Richardson, he's bowling a lot more variations than what I've seen in the Big Bash here in Australia. He's gone away from his game plan, and when he does that and then wants to go for that searing Yorker, which is a brilliant ball that he's got, he's lost his way because those variations are stuffing up his radar. Riley Meredith, I think he's a goer. I love the way that he just gives you 100% all the time. For me, I just think these slower wickets, it's something that he's not used to, something that he's trying to adjust to. I think they might give him 1 or 2 more games as well. And I think these two particular players, I know them well. They'll work hard. They'll be trying to work it out. And if anyone's going to do it and turn things around, it will be these two bowlers. So Punjab Kings out the present moment with those two. The investment hasn't paid off yet, but I think there's a huge chance that it may do out the end. Okay, guys, that's the end of the live Hoggs vlogs today. The live on Hoggs vlog today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a good day. Mumbai Indians against the Delhi Capitals tonight. I'm going to go to the Delhi Capitals for a little bit of an upset. Finally, they might win 1 out of 5 tonight. So you can follow me on Twitter at Brad_Hogg, and that's the same handle for Instagram. Have a good day, guys. See you soon. Namaste in India.